All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katie Bisaha, and I'm the Community Health and Policy Associate at the New Jersey Healthcare Quality Institute. I work with Julie DeSimone on our community health initiatives, which include the Mayor's Wellness Campaign. So, today we're going to be walking you through our newest tool, which is the MWC Community Hub. So, we'll be sharing some feedback from early users, highlighting updates we're making and encouraging you to join and engage with this collaborative platform. So just some background information for those that might not be familiar. The New Jersey Healthcare Quality Institute is the only independent, nonpartisan advocate for healthcare quality in New Jersey. Our mission is to improve the safety, quality, and affordability of healthcare for everyone. And we bring together unique member organizations all committed to helping us achieve that goal. And so at the Quality Institute, we have three major focus areas. So we have policy, quality improvement, and community health. And community health is where the Mayor's Wellness Campaign is. And if you're not familiar or you're new to the Mayor's Wellness Campaign or just need a quick refresher, it's our statewide community health initiative in partnership with the New Jersey State League of Municipalities. So we provide evidence-based tools and resources to mayors and community leaders like yourselves so that you can improve the health and wellness of your communities at the local level. So with the Mayor's Wellness Campaign, you have the platform and tools that you need to make your community a healthier place to live, work, age, and play. Okay, so we're going to kind of just jump right into the hub. So just to give you a quick overview, the hub is really just this one-stop shop for all things Mayor's Wellness Campaign, and that where you can connect and collaborate with other towns and communities, as well as Julie and I. You can share ideas, resources, and success stories or challenges. You can access our tools, templates, and guides to help you create and improve your Mayor's Wellness Campaign initiatives. You can also stay informed with key dates, events, and updates all in one place, as well as funding opportunities that we'll share from outside organizations. And it's just a great way for us to build stronger relationships with the towns in New Jersey, as well as amongst yourselves, because you're working towards similar or same goals. And so by getting started with it, you're going to first look for your invitation email. It'll look like the one at the top right corner of the slide. So we'll be automatically adding the towns and individuals who have registered today, as well as active Mayor's Wellness Campaign towns. If you have additional Mayor's Wellness Campaign members or committee members that you want to join, you can have them fill out the link in the follow-up email. I also think Julie will be posting it throughout the slides at some point. So it will also just take us a little bit of time to input all your information. So thank you for your patience ahead of time. And so then what you'll do is you'll follow the link in that email to create your account on Basecamp. And so once you're logged in, then you'll have full access to the entire hub and you can learn how, and we'll teach you how to adjust your notifications as well to your preference. I'll also send you a welcome email with an onboarding document to kind of help guide you through utilizing the hub. And I would also just recommend adding my email address as a safe sender to ensure that you receive it. Sometimes our emails bounce back, especially to government emails. So we just want to make sure we're getting you all the information that you need. Oh, is this? Sorry about that. Okay. So these are the key features of the hub. What I'm going to do after this slide is actually open this site up so that we can explore these together. But first, I just wanted to go over each one with you now. So there will be these different components. So the first is a message board. So you can post updates, you can ask questions, you can share ideas. This will also be where I'll share funding opportunities or new or announcements from the Mayor's Wellness Campaign. There's also going to be a resources and tools section. So that'll have all of our templates, tools, and resources that we develop there. And then in the chat, you can either reach out to other towns or the Quality Institute staff for advice or collaboration. And then I have a resource center, and this is just a little, it's a separate chat box, just that in case you're looking for a resource like very quickly or on the fly, you could just post it into there and somebody will be able to respond pretty quickly. And next is our resource library. So this is going to be a growing library of resources that address everything from mental health to marketing and volunteer tools. So we'll be continuing to add to that as we become aware of more resources. And if you have any suggestions for those resources, we could always add them there. There's also a calendar section, so this will help you stay up to date with upcoming Quality Institute Mayor's Wellness Campaign events, opportunities, and deadlines. And then there's an automatic check-in. So each month it'll ask you a question about what your team is working on, just so that we learn what's going on and if you need any assistance. So now I'm just going to close this real quick and then open up, let's see, open up a different screen. I'm going to open up the hub now. So this is what the hub looks like overall. Any of the people that are on the hub, you can see their little name icons at the top. These individuals helped us test run the community hub, so they gave us a lot of really great feedback, which we'll be sharing in a little bit. This is the message board that I was talking about. I pin a few messages to the top, so opportunity to introduce yourself when you jump onto the hub. Any questions you might have for us, you could just drop them there. And then also funding opportunities and successful programs. So as you can see, we have we have individuals that have already shared and have been working with us to practice utilizing the hub. And so here you'll also find funding opportunities or opportunities for programs on here as well. And then the next section is just that resources and tools section. So this will be kind of split up into different topic areas. For example, if you're working on your Healthy Town application right now, you can find the Healthy Town activities spreadsheet. If you're curious about some other presentations we've had in the past, you can find them all here, which will have both the recording and the presentation slides. Anything related to our conversation of your life program will be found here as well. And then just any tools or toolkits that we've developed that we think that you can utilize to bolster your mayor's wellness campaign can be there. So they're separated into tools, which are usually like 1 to like 3 or 4 pages, while our toolkits are more robust. So it's like our mental health toolkit, the handbook, social isolation, and then also the COIL toolkit. The third section is just a chat feature. So this is where you can share different resources or just casually chat with other Mayor's Wellness campaigns and staff. This is the resource center, which hasn't been used yet, but that's okay. It's always worth using if you're looking for a resource very quickly. And then this is the resource library as well. So like I said, we're still building this out and we'll continue to add to it. And so any evergreen resources or resources that don't really get outdated will come to this section. So we have different topics like food security, healthy aging, mental health, um, healthcare access, different evidence-based programs that you can find here, as well as options for like finding data and different resources for volunteer and marketing tools. Okay. And then this section is our Mayor's Wellness Campaign calendar. So as you can see, it has our upcoming events that are scheduled. So today, obviously, we are doing the hub launch. And then this week, our Healthy Town application, our Healthy Town applications are due on Friday at 5 o'clock. So just make sure to put that in. And then we'll also have our COIL partner meeting next week on Wednesday. And then the last thing is just those automatic check-ins. So we just ask you, what's your Mayor's Wellness campaign doing this month? And so people respond and just let us know what's going on, what they're doing, what kind of activities. And you can also respond to them too. So if I want to respond and be like, hey, I want to know more about the kickball activity, I can have a conversation with Denise here. Okay, I'm going to pop back into the presentation. And I also forgot to say, if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat, but I'll catch up to them. Or if Julie can answer them quickly, she can post them in the chat. And yes, the webinar will be recorded. So let me just get back into my slides. That should be good. Nope, wrong slide. Sorry about that. Little bit of troubleshooting. Okay, we're back. Yes, the I see a question in the chat, so I'll just answer it very quickly. It hasn't come out yet. You'll be receiving them in the coming weeks. And so this is just some of the feedback that we received from our test users. Most of the people found the hub easy to navigate and helpful. They found that the message board and the resource library were the most used feature, and many towns appreciated just the chance to connect and learn from one another. We've heard your feedback the last few years that this is something that you really want to be able to do, which is connect with your neighbors or other communities and learn what they're doing and not reinvent the wheel and ask them for support on how they ran their program. And then our feedback also showed that the hub is already making some positive impact. And another thing that we've done is like taken that feedback into consideration to improve the hub based on that. So one of the things was updating the hub titles to make it more clear what each category means. We also are encouraging collaboration, so we post prompts and topics to spark more interaction on the message board. There's also a section for grant and funding opportunities. So that section, as I showed you earlier, was pinned to the top of the message board. So that's easy to access for you all. We know that that's also another request that you share with us that you need help finding funding opportunities and grant opportunities. And then also I improved the onboarding document to walk through how to adjust the notification settings, because if you don't, they are a little overwhelming. And our next slide is also going to walk through how to do that. So you can customize your notifications to fit your needs. We heard that it could sometimes be overwhelming, so we edited that onboarding tool to include how to adjust them. I am going to just walk you through this now so you have a visual example. The notifications, if you go to the settings part, it'll be in the top right corner. You can turn on alerts for new posts or updates, adjust your reminders for events and automatic check-ins to whatever works best for you. And then you can also mute topics that aren't relevant to you. And so you can make those notifications work for your schedule and goals. So if you're really only interested right now in finding funding opportunities, maybe that's what you have a notification for. But if you want to know everything and anything going on, you might keep all of those notifications on. And the way the notifications work is it sends you an email and it'll be like, hey, Katie posted about a new funding opportunity. Come check it out. So that's kind of how those notifications work. So it might headset turned off. Okay, so this is just some of those benefits of using the hub. You have access to free, high-quality resources to improve your mayor's wellness campaign, both developed by the Quality Institute and also resources that we've assessed to be helpful. You can also connect with those other towns and share ideas and success stories. It's a great place to stay informed about important events, deadlines, and trainings coming up, and you can work together to make New Jersey communities healthier. Okay. And then the next steps for the hub for both you and I are explore the hub. So start using the hub as early as this week into next week. And then you can also join the community by connecting with other towns and sharing your ideas and learning from each other. The way I see it is the more you use it, the more everyone can get out of it. So if you're actively involved, then everybody will be able to kind of participate and share those great resources and ideas. Also, we encourage you to share feedback with us. So let us know what's working, what you think we should improve, anything you think we should add or get rid of. Happy to always listen. And then just keep an eye out for any updates. So we'll continue to refine the hub based on your input. Remember, this is just our first run at it, so we're going to just try to see how we can make it better for you all. And so yeah, at this point, I can take any questions in case you have them.
Katie, I think we covered the ones that are in the chat. So if folks have new ones, feel free to type those in.
Yeah. Yeah, our Mayor's Wellness Campaign logo is still the same one that's in the handbook, and I'll make sure that's uploaded into that resource section, and that can be put onto flyers and promotional materials. The other thing is that when I do send you your pledge of participation each year, I do include the logo with both a white background and then like an empty or transparent background, so you'll always have access to them. And also, if you can't find it, just feel free to shoot me or Julie an email. Yeah, great question, Robert. I'm going to just register you into the hub, so I have to just like do it manually, so it'll just take a little bit of time. Um, but I will end up adding you onto the hub shortly. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
your feedback, Lisa. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Julie.
No, go ahead. Judith, like I said, we can talk about the Healthy Town application offline. I'm happy to give you a call since this webinar is focused on the community hub.
Okay, I'm going to still leave some room for questions, but I'm just going to go to our next slide. So just before we wrap up, I just wanted to share some information about other ways to stay connected with us in the coming months. So make sure that you do sign your 2025 Pledge of Participation, and that the Healthy Town application closes this Friday at 5 p.m. And just keep in mind that the Healthy Town designation is great honor for towns to great honor for towns and achieved through a competitive process. You can also join us for our COIL partner meeting on January 22nd next week at 12 p.m. and that we can help plan COIL events in your community. You can also register and share in your community about our upcoming Mayor's Wellness Camp, or sorry, mental health first aid trainings. So our next training is actually on January 30th, but the one following that will be on March 6th. And then additionally, in the spring, we'll be conducting our annual county-wide town halls to get feedback directly from you on how we can provide better support and understanding of your town priorities. So keep an eye out for that in your emails and on the hub. And then just visit visit the website and visit the hub to find those evidence-based tools, handbook, and stay up to date on our programming. And then also thank you so much to our sponsors, funders, and partners. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to provide you these resources and tools. And yeah, and then just thank you from me. And if you need my email, the email is there. I'm checking our chat and oh, no, look. Okay. And yeah, I'm not seeing any questions.
Oh, we do have a couple there, Katie.
Oh, my bad. Thank you.
You got it from Dawn, or you want me to?
Yeah, yeah. As long as they're members of the community that are involved in your mayor's wellness campaign, I would say yes, definitely involve them. So if they're a part of your committee, I would say you can invite them to the hub. Julie, any other feedback on that?
No, I think that's great. Anyone who you think is going to want to have access to the resources or who will have information to contribute about what's going on in your mayor's wellness campaign would be appropriate. It's not something that you would necessarily share with like residents, or it's not for, our it's the resource for our Mayor's Wellness Campaign partners. So anyone who you think falls into that category would be more than appropriate.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, so that took way less time than I anticipated, but that's okay. So I'd love to give you back 30 minutes of your day. Keep a lookout for that hub invitation that you'll be receiving in the coming weeks. And thank you so much for joining us today.
You know what? I'm sorry,
Oh,
Katie, to jump in, but I do
one more
see
thing.
some more questions about the Healthy Town application. We did an entire webinar on that, so I am going to just drop the link to that in the chat so that people can take a look. And again, you can contact myself or Katie if you have more questions about that. I want to stick to the topic that people signed up for here, but since there seems to be some more questions, there is the recording from our Healthy Town application. Definitely recommend if that's something you're interested in. Again, it is due Friday at 5 o'clock. Take a look at that recording and then feel free to reach out to us if you still have questions.
All right. So I'm going to stop recording.